Videos from all over the internet that's going to make you question reality. Let's just start.
So apparently there's a little bit of confusion with my video, so let me break it down slowly for y'all slow bitches. When I get up here and talk about what niggas deserve and what they need and how y'all need to treat y'all niggas better, I think that y'all slow bitches think that I'm talking about y'all baby fathers. I'm not talking about them dirty, toxic niggas. I'm talking about the good niggas out there. I'm talking about the niggas y'all actually dubbed for y'all bum ass baby fathers. Now y'all want them back. We're not talking about your baby father who got shit stains in his drawers from 3 days ago, who be on Indeed for 2 minutes because he got ADHD. He can't even take a fucking job real quick. He had to go back to Instagram to talk to 5 bitches knowing he ain't got no money in his pocket. Your baby father who carried 2 Lucy's in his back pocket, forgot they was there, sat down, broke it. Now he has no emotional stability. He's in your house punching walls and your doors and windows and shit. We're not talking about him. So y'all getting on my comments on my page getting so defensive, thinking I'm talking about your bum ass. I'm not talking about them. Y'all so used to toxic shit that y'all don't understand. I don't deal with toxic shit. I don't speak about things I don't know. Therefore, y'all shouldn't be getting on my comments because y'all don't know what a good man is because y'all never had one. Your grandmother didn't have one. Your mother didn't have one. And you following right in their footsteps, bitch.
His mother used a photo of her deceased daughter to catfish the men responsible for her daughter's unaliving. Back in 2006, Crystal Thibault was riding in a car with her boyfriend and brother when suddenly a car whipped around in front of them. A hooded figure stepped out of the car brandishing a weapon. Within minutes, shots were fired and Crystal was struck in the head. Unfortunately, she passed away after 2 days in the hospital. Crystal's mother, Belinda, had been driving just ahead of them and she witnessed everything. The only clue investigators had to go off was that the suspect was driving a white Ford Expedition. But another clue that's heard around the neighborhood is that the shooter was part of a gang called the 5150. So, with the help of her niece, Crystal's mother, Belinda, makes a fake MySpace profile in hopes of getting the members of this gang to talk. But after a failed attempt of using a random picture from a Google search, they decide to use a picture of Crystal herself. They gave this fake profile the name Angel and quickly caught the attention of a user that went by Jokes. But Jokes, aka William Sotelo, began to fall in love with Crystal's catfish profile. And when he invites her out on a date, she accepts and asks which car she can expect him to pick her up in. And this is when the puzzle pieces start falling together because Jokes tells her to keep her eye out for a white Ford Expedition. Now, William Sotelo hadn't been the one that unalived Crystal. He was the one that was driving the car that night. But getting him to talk was key to solving.
You marry a woman that's been with 10 different men, that's a lot of imprinting. Because for a woman, sex changes your DNA. Wow. It changes it. It alters it. This is biologically proven. So you're being imprinted. I would rather be imprinted by the man that I'm marrying and not engage in sort of like a psychological, biological, spiritual orgy. Because now, a lot of times you wonder why relationships are not working because they're comparing you with other lovers. And because everything happens at a psychological, subconscious level, sometimes people are not able to access why they treat you or respond to you in a certain way when the response is coming from all of these other experiences that they've had.
I walked out of the house, took the fucking garbage over there, and I went to go throw it in the dumpster, and it was boom, first hit to the back of my neck with a crowbar. I had broken up with him prior to that, and I had actually moved 2.5 hours away from Overtown in Miami to get the away from him, because every time I tried to leave him, he would literally walk all over town until he found me. And would be like, all right, come home. And would not leave until I left with him. And I was like, all right, whatever. And I moved this time. Well, I go to the gas station on Valentine's Day 2017, and whoop, I just look at him, and he's like, come home. I'm like, I have a home. Thank you. So that night, I'm not thinking anything about him. I walked out of the house, took the garbage over there, and I went to go throw it in the dumpster, and it was boom, first hit to the back of my neck with a crowbar. I probably went unconscious after about 25, 30 blows. The surgeon counted 50 strike marks. I had like 30 broken bones. My spine was just shattered. 3 vertebrae were shattered. My spinal cord was partially severed. My eye socket was broke. My jaw was broken 3 places. My shoulders were broke. I had ribs that were broke. I was just thrashed. And I'm just in so much pain, and I don't realize how bad it is yet. They put me in a CT scan, and because they couldn't get the right angle because my neck was like this, they took my neck brace off. And when my neck went back, my arms and my legs quit moving. I could not move them.
Arnima Hayat was strangled by her husband, her body cruelly dumped in a bath of acid. Her parents spoke of their unimaginable grief.
Why you kill my daughter?
Zafar leaving to buy 5 tubs of acid, trying to dissolve his wife's body. Text messages detailed his history of violence. She tried to end it. I don't want to say this to your face because I'm scared you're going to bash me again. You're just having your morning mood, he replied. You'll get over it. I can't have a son like you, please. We will have many sons just like me. After killing his wife, Zafar Googled, can hydrochloric acid burn through skin, and how many years do you get for murder? The judge said she viewed Zafar's offending as only in the mid-range, sentencing him to 21.5 years jail, not to be released before 2038.
So you admitted to one time violating your daughter, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
This is
You do
disgusting.
understand that these accusations
Your
against
daughter.
you span years.
This is the parole hearing of a father who did unspeakable things to his 2 young daughters. Now he wants early parole.
Tell me about the circumstances around the one incident where you put your mouth on the of your daughter.
So I was sitting in the bed watching TV with my little girl behind me. I turned around and she was laid on the bed. She was wearing the kind of sweater and sweatpants. I dipped the sweater a little bit, so I do it on her stomach, and I pull her pants a little bit down, and then I do with my mouth like that.
He tries to justify everything he did and cannot see what he has done wrong. This is the moment he is asked to apologize.
You haven't said anything today by way of an apology for the harm you caused the victims. Is there anything you'd like to say to
It
them?
is really
I would
an
like
evil
to
father.
Say that life out there is not easy. I want to ask you to please forgive me if there is possible, and please take responsibility for their own selves.
This was the verdict.
I move to grant discretionary parole on or after today's date.
You don't get it? Going to explain it to you the best way I know how in 90 seconds or less. High value is subcommunicated through what you will and what you won't accept, through terms and conditions, not through what you say, but through demonstrated actions and behaviors. I want you to think about Chanel. You go to Chanel, the first thing they say to you is not hello. It's, do you have an appointment? And the people that get upset with being asked that question, Chanel already knows. That's not our ideal client. When you have standards and boundaries, it's going to upset people. To upset 2 kinds of people in particular. The people that have no business being around you, that couldn't meet your standards and boundaries to begin with, and the people that have settled for less than what you require. Neither of them actually have a direct impact on your life. But you need to understand that when you are going around telling people, I deserve this, I deserve that, there are so many guys that can treat me well, women that got it like that, women who know that they have options, demonstrate that they have options and that they are high value through their willingness to walk away, through their low tolerance for nonsense. It's fuck around and find out. Show, don't tell. Women who actually value themselves don't waste their time trying to explain to someone else of all the reasons why they deserve to be treated correctly. They just move on to a person that's actually worth their time.
Evil women serving prison time in 2024. In 1992, 18-year-old Latosha Cunningham, a pregnant mother of 1, robbed a woman of $205 and shot her in the chest. The victim survived and identified Cunningham, leading to her conviction. She was sentenced to 18 years but served 9. In 2011, Cunningham and 2 accomplices targeted 85-year-old Yoko Cullen, whom she knew from bingo halls. They robbed Cullen of $390, forced her into her car trunk, and drove to a secluded area where they beat her for her PIN. After obtaining it, they burned Cullen alive. Police arrested the trio within 3 days. Cunningham and 1 accomplice received 60 years, while the third was sent to a psychiatric facility.
I think so. I think they are not normal.
This drawer underneath the bed is where a mum kept her baby for the first 3 years
What?
of her life.
Why?
The girl's siblings didn't know she existed, nor did the mother's partner, because she was hidden in the drawer and had never known daylight or fresh air. The baby girl was only found because the
Just
visitors
give her
to
up
the
for
house
adoption.
in Cheshire heard her crying.
Or a
She was
foster home.
discovered with matted hair, deformities and rashes. She also had a cleft palate and several other medical issues that her mum hadn't tried to treat. And at 3 years old, the court heard she was so malnourished she looked like a 7-month-old baby and had only
3
been
years
fed
looking
weeds
like a
with some
7
milk
months,
through a
and
syringe.
she was
The
really
mother, who
malnourished.
admitted 4 charges of child cruelty, told police she didn't know she was pregnant and was really scared when she gave birth, and told officers the child was not part of the family. She said the baby was not kept in the drawer under the bed all the time, and that the drawer was never closed. The judge, who sentenced the woman to 7 years and 6 months in jail for extreme neglect, said he didn't remember a case as bad as this in his 46 years. The child is now in foster care.
Danette and Jeanette Millbrook disappeared while walking home in Augusta, Georgia. After visiting their godfather and stopping at a gas station, the girls were never seen again. Despite the family's pleas, authorities quickly dismissed the case, claiming the girls had run away. This assumption delayed the investigation, leaving the Millbrook family to search for answers on their own. Decades later, the twins' case was reopened, but missing files and lost evidence hindered progress. Advocates and true crime enthusiasts have since shed light on their story, highlighting systemic failures that left this case in obscurity. Danette and Jeanette's disappearance remains a haunting mystery, a reminder of the countless voices that deserve to be heard.
Well, I've got something to tell you.
What?
I'm here in Denver. I was going to meet up with what I thought was 18 or 19-year-old boy.
Tell the truth.
He's 14.
A boy?
And
It's
I
not
got
even a
caught.
girl.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Hey, Dad. Okay, hold on.
Hey, Deb,
What's wrong
this is
with
Tommy
you?
Colorado Pet Patrol. I'm here in Broomfield, Colorado with your husband. He attempted to pick up a 14-year-old who he knew was 14 to bring back to his hotel for and we are here with him now. Yeah, and I apologize to tell you, he didn't want to call you, but we wanted you to know. He clearly knew it was a 14-year-old. This is our 267th catch, and he's here at the Walmart to pick up the 14-year-old boy.
This is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. What's going on?
I'm so sorry, Dad. We can...
14 years.
You know, but you took the chance to do this. You ruined everything and you hurt them.
I'm totally...
A young boy.
Because you're caught.
A 24-year-old extreme eater died during a live stream of a 10-hour food binge after her stomach reportedly ripped open. Pan Xiaoting, who is famous in China for her mukbang live streams, died after eating up to 10 kilograms or 22 pounds of food. Reportedly, an autopsy revealed that her stomach had been severely deformed and was filled with undigested food at the time of her death. She collapsed in front of thousands of live viewers, and fans urgently tried to send help, but ultimately it wasn't enough to save her. It's also reported that Xiaoting was hospitalized due to gastrointestinal bleeding the day before her death, but after being discharged, she continued with the challenge. Social media platforms in China have censored and started to remove mukbang content after a law was passed banning the practice, but the videos continue to emerge online, gaining millions of views.
What's the weirdest red flag you've come across that you didn't realize was a red flag until you came across it? I'll go first. I went on a date with someone. The date was to get cookies. Great idea. It was my suggestion, okay? We get these cookies. He actually gets a few different cookies. We are on the date. He kind of has like one bite from one of the cookies. I kind of have, you know, a normal amount of my cookie, you know, because I'll eat it later. On the date, you have to like talk and stuff. And it's a great date, normal conversation, everything's normal, nothing's weird, no red flags. And then we get up, we put the cookies back in the bag that it came from, and then on the way out, the guy throws out the cookies. He throws them in the trash.
For a reason.
Like, full cookies, like a full cookie that we just bought. And one of them, none of us even touched one of them. So we had just had like, I had one bite, not one bite, whatever, but I had like I had like some bites of my cookie. He had like one bite actually of like one of the cookies. The other cookies are brand new in the cookie.
Playing nonchalant with a no-nonsense kind of person will provide you with a mirrored exit to see yourself out, okay? Stop allowing a pocket of society that's very attention-starved, but also very maturity-deficient, tell you how you should move through the world so they can be okay with moving on you how they plan to. All right, we need to understand there are some people in this world who practice duality very well in the sense of, hey, I'm very intentional about my relationships and I will love and respect you well because I love and respect myself in the same manner. And I can recognize when that is not being reciprocated, and I'll adjust, right? Not everybody is intrigued by somebody else's inconsistencies, apathy, okay, carelessness, emotional unavailability, or emotional immaturity. So be mindful of how you move through the world, because you will find a mirror along the way. It's just information.
One thing that I stand by is that the relationship will only work if the guy likes the girl more than the girl likes the guy. And let me break it down for you. For a guy, it's important to him how he feels in the relationship. So obviously he needs to be in love with the girls because that's how he should feel. But for a girl, how the guy makes the girl feel matters for her. So when a guy is in love with her, he would literally do anything for her. So then it makes her feel like appreciated. So that way she's like, okay, like I like him. So then he needs to like be obsessed with the girl. So the guy won't leave the relationship as long as he loves the girl, and the girl won't leave the relationship as long as she feels loved.
Okay, so we've come to the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked it. I hope it was nice. I hope you learned something new actually, and I mean, just have fun with it. Learn what you can and leave what is not good for you, because some of them were crazy, right? So yeah, we've come to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also share with your friends, and also click on the notification bell icon so that any video that I post, you will be the first to get it. Adios amigos, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.